Start a small business. No need to work 40, 50 hours a week, slaving your life away. Obtain financial freedom. Be your own boss and create your own destiny. Moguls are the new superstars. The path to country club membership and a leased Mercedes-Benz is paved in gold as you take your business trips to Orlando or Vegas. Validation from your in-laws is just an LLC and Facebook business page away. At least, that's what they tell you anyways. Through social media, websites, and targeted ads, you're sold an image. Small business owners seem to walk on water. You'd think you're the last person on earth working a regular job with a regular boss. But there's trouble in paradise, and its name is in over your head. People start looking to start their own business, don't know what they don't know. But that's why we started our Small Business Confidential podcast, to share what we've learned from years of experience. There's not a lot of people in on this, so remember, dear podcast listeners, you heard it here first, off the record, on the QT, and very hush-hush.
Hey everyone, this is Brook. We're here in sunny, hot Cleveland. It's kind of cold though in the morning.
Yeah. Morning, late at night, like 60s, low 60s.
Yeah. My cold plunges is cold.
I bet.
But I got these ice blocks because I was, spending maybe $15 a day on ice. Then you could go to the gas station, big bags of ice. Hey, that's expensive. You know what? 15 times 30, that's $450.
Right.
$450 a month on ice? I don't think so. So I bought on Amazon these black rubber, pre-made, pre-cut ice blocks. They're probably like the size of like a shoebox.
Next.
And you just fill it with water each night, put it in your freezer. We had a spare freezer. So at night, I've got like 12 of these things.
Okay.
So anyway,
No more ice bags.
no more ice bet. But things are starting to heat up with the mayoral race in Cleveland. You might seeing signs pop up everywhere.
Yep.
DeVita Russell,
Seen those.
Jen Petrus.
Seen those.
Those are it.
Yeah.
In terms of signs. Now I know Laura Hong for Fire went out, I think last week or this past weekend. So I'm sure we'll see, her signs come up soon. But I thought, just a quick kind of check-in for the young person out there, or if you have a family member who lives in Cleveland Heights, early 20s, early 30s, late 30s, who are resident adults in this city. Just kind of like what your thoughts are. Or do you want to see Cleveland Heights progress to? It's interesting, because you were like me, right? You grew up in Cleveland Heights.
Yeah. So
East Cleveland?
I was in East Cleveland for a few years just in childhood. Then my family, we moved out to like the Harvard Lee area. So, just Cleveland. And then when I was 13 or so, we moved to Cleveland Heights. So
I've 15
years. I'm 28 now. So
yeah, I grew up here my whole life. Now I live here. I've owned a couple of homes here. I'm raising a young family here. So I'll start us off. In terms of the mayor, I just want someone who's ready to take action.
right.
I've met Laura Hong. She seems like super sharp. As of now, she got my vote. If she loses, if someone else wins, I think that anyone who is proactive and smart and ready to take action is better than anything we've had.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of where at least that's where I'm at now. Now, if I find out, skeletons in the closet for one candidate, obviously, I'd be a little upset, but I think anything's better than what we have now.
Right.
And I just want someone who's done with surveys and community meetings and allocating money for really stupid landscaping expenses or street improvements that don't actually address the main issue, which is the potholes. I'll tell you a story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a runner. I run.
Mm-hmm.
My wife got me a jogging stroller. Let me tell you how much I am fully aware of the potholes in my neighborhood in Cleveland Heights, maneuvering my son around these potholes. And, you know, hey, I'm not asking for...
It's like a roller coaster for him.
Oh my God. I mean, there was one time, like, his water cup bounced. You know, I dodged one, but I dodged into another one. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I can't stop now.
Right.
So I'm fully aware of the pothole situation.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not asking for every side street, every road to be repaved. I get it.
Right.
That's super expensive. But I don't know, man. If it were me, I would go around with a contractor and be like, all right, we've got 5 bad ones on Harvey.
Right.
We got 8 really bad ones on Compton.
Yeah.
We got these 3 on Blackmore.
Yeah.
We've got 3 crews going out. Let's check the weather. Weather looks good. All right, guys, you're hitting this. Then you're going, I mean, it's like, this isn't rocket science.
And we've talked with Mike, at length about this kind of stuff, but, I like his idea about, and then you get that plan together with that contractor, you got a timeline for the project, you send out some kind of email blast or some kind of alert to Cleveland Heights residents of like, hey, this is what's going on. That would be, to me, as a Cleveland Heights resident, that would be very encouraging to just be able to see like, oh, not some random, like, fun project, like Mike always says, save the butterflies. I'm not aware of stuff like that, but whatever all this, really, it all looks really nice. These brochures about these different, community events and this and that, blah, blah. It's nice. It's good to have, but it's like, if I've seen more stuff like that, where it's like, hey, these problems that annoys everyone and causes all these issues and damages to people's vehicles, and we're dealing with this. Yeah. We got a real plan of action to handle this, and you start to see those changes put in place instead of all this fluff.
The city does do a nice job, because I lived in East Cleveland in the past 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Some holidays, some days I didn't know if there was a holiday when trash was being picked up. I just came to every week I'm putting it out.
Right.
If it's Thanksgiving, I said, no, they're not coming on that day.
Right.
But it was always like, well, is this like backtrack now? So is this now my day Friday? So I just learned it just every night.
Yeah.
If one night it was there. One thing that Cleveland Heights does that's nice is they do send out a calendar.
Yeah, the calendar's nice.
The calendars are nice.
Yeah. Even when I put out the bigger items and stuff like that.
Yeah. One idea I had, maybe send out a calendar. I don't know if this is in the budget and I just follow that now, but what about sending out a calendar like twice a year? Hey guys, this is fall and winter, spring and summer.
Right.
So if they know that they're fixing the streets, I don't know.
Right.
Or even too, it's like send out a mailer and say, hey guys, residents, for important updates in your section, please fill out this form, name, email, street, you zone it so that you can send out a mass email like we do for our customers for gutter cleaning.
Yeah. And if you're really worried about costs, you can just put it on the website.
It's on the website.
It's right there. I'm always going to the Cleveland Heights website just to
send
double
out
check.
Facebook posts.
Right.
Hey, have some intern walk around, put flyers on people's doors, be like, guys, just update. Cleveland Heights is amping up their Facebook. That's where all the key updates are going to be. Boom.
Right.
So that's the thing. I think residents just want to know, what's the plan?
Right.
So if you address the source of communication, Facebook, email blasts,
right,
like in Twitter or X,
even TikTok,
Instagram, I don't, just finding a way to, keep people updated.
Yeah. So we go through that a lot, in our business, where it's, okay, you might have a plethora of different tasks and assignments. You know which are your most like important 5 to 10 things you have to get done that next week. Right. And then you got B list, C list items. It's like, okay, these are ideas more so that we have for down the road, but these are not priority for next week. But it's like, you don't want those just collecting dust. You don't want to have just stuff just sitting there from like 2018 and now we're in 2025 and you don't even know what this line item means anymore or what was going on. It's like you always want to make sure that there's still a plan in place and all those stones are getting touched.
Yeah.
So
I think my next thing is, and again, it's one thing like when you're a kid growing up here, you don't really think about like the problems. Once you're a homeowner, a renter, a resident here, then once the problem starts to affect you and your home, right, you'll pay more attention to it. Right. Now, this is not a problem. This is a wish. So on Friday and Saturday, it was my turn to, do Costco errands, pick up my son, pick up takeout. My wife had a bunch of stuff. And I found myself leaving Cleveland Heights. I had to go to Costco in Mayfield. Right. I had to go to Trader Joe's up at Eaton. I had to go to Van Aken to get Broska. Right. And I'm driving around and I'm like, man, if all this was at Severance, right, I'd be done in an hour. Right. Now, I'm not saying like I know it's a pipe dream to have everything. I get it. There's sometimes you're just going to have to drive out to Bayfield Heights. Right. But you look at Severance, the only profitable business there is Home Depot. Right. And Dave's. And Dave's, I saw that yoga studio really? Yoga studio. There. I think it's where it's like next to Dave's. Okay. So it's like interesting. Good luck. Yeah.
Hey, let's stop here. We got to pay some bills. 30 seconds. And we'll be back.
If you enjoy listening to our Small Business Confidential podcast, we're sure you'll enjoy our first podcast, The Cleveland Real Estate Investor. We give outside investors an inside look into the real estate market in Cleveland. Cleveland has been on the rise, and investors from all over see those cheap prices and salivate. Our job is to educate those investors and steer them in the right direction with several years of experience of how to do it right and many examples of how to do it wrong. Find the Cleveland Real Estate Investor podcast on any app you listen to your podcast today.
I think it's cool. Hey, fun. Right. Give it a shot. Yeah. But it's like, if there were more businesses there that would attract people to want to shop in Cleveland Heights, because I have been hearing, a lot of families, young families, like they're going to Costco, what do you got, Walmart in South Euclid, right? Maybe Target, up University Heights, right? Hey, it's not the end of the world if you have to drive an extra 5 minutes, but you've got this land, right? You've got this space that in the past has been a shopping center. Right. I remember when I was super young, there was the original movie theater there. Oh, yeah. And a McDonald's.
So it wasn't the Regal?
Not Regal.
Okay.
I remember that. And then Regal came and I was like, oh, shit. Right. This is awesome. I
remember going to see movies with my dad there. It was just
all the time. Every weekend. I saw so many great movies there. Yeah. And then it just, poof, that's gone. IHOP, gone. Foot Locker. Wasn't there a Foot Locker or a Payless?
Yeah, I remember. I remember the pipe.
Marshalls.
Yeah.
It was a Marshalls. There was a Borders bookstore. There was a Walmart. Borders. Oh, man. I mean, can you imagine a Costco there?
Perfect.
A Costco.
That parking lot is going to be full.
Trader Joe's. Like
amazing.
4 or 5, like not fast food, but like 4 or 5, like, kind of in and out type, wait in line, a Chipotle.
Right. Yeah.
a BB Bop,
Mm-hmm.
a Jersey Mike's, like just like stuff that's like, yeah. I mean,
Right.
I can't afford going to North Star
Right.
every day.
Right.
On the gray, it was, where it's like, hey, I gotta get food. I don't have time to drive all the way up there.
Right.
So I hope that whoever's elected would prioritize having a plan
Right.
for Severance. And even if the plan is, guys, we've turned over every stone.
Mm-hmm.
There's no businesses here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to make any money.
Mm-hmm.
Turn it into a freaking park.
Right.
Put a playground there. I don't know.
Something.
Now it's just this like, it reminds me of like it is. It reminds me of like an abandoned shopping center in like scary movies.
Yeah. Reminds me of like what you would see in like a zombie show or movie.
Yeah, like some like abandoned place in like Stranger Things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you want to talk about potholes?
Oh,
In Severance? I mean, it's like
yeah.
post office. It's so depressing.
Yeah. And the fact that there's no plan, I mean, I don't even, correct me if I'm wrong, because I feel like we've been talking about this so much, it makes me want to be more aware of what is Cleveland Heights talking about? Because it's just like, besides us talking about it amongst ourselves, I don't see any updates or any news or any ideas or definitely no plan as it relates to something like Severance, which, for a lot of residents that I'm talking to on a more personal basis, it's what the hell is going on with that, or what happened to it? Yeah, what did happen to it, and what is going to happen to it? It's almost like
Again, I don't know. I think businesses there were like, we're not making any money.
right,
No one's coming here.
right,
We can't afford this. We have to close up shop.
right,
I mean, that's why businesses shut down.
right.
I mean, dude, if that was at a Crocker Park,
Yep.
like walk around, like, I don't really care what you put up there. I'm sure there's 4 or 5 stores that I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll try it.
Right.
This looks cool.
Right.
I think I'm not saying all Cleveland Heights, I think a majority of Cleveland Heights residents want for the new mayor is someone who is going to take action.
Right.
Someone who is saying, these are my priorities,
Right.
whether it's housing, whether it's severance, whether it's more of a police presence,
Right.
whether it's revitalizing neighborhoods, more like Coventry.
Yeah.
I think residents want someone who's like, this is my plan.
Right.
This is when it's going to happen.
Right.
And they do it.
Yeah.
Not someone who is just going to have endless surveys and neighborhood focus groups.
Right.
Like, that could be like the second, third mayor.
Right.
Down the road. We need a grown-up leader.
Yeah.
We need someone, and I don't want to like bring like politics into this, but in a way, like it's kind of like when Trump's first term, like it was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Black Lives Matter protests, COVID, the economy. I mean, there was a lot of just like heavy stuff going on.
Right.
And the pandemic just it just created everything.
Yeah.
So I think with someone like Joe Biden, his whole thing was like, guys, I'm a grown up.
Right.
All right. I've been around the block.
Mm-hmm.
Like I heard this great analogy. It's like Joe Biden is like the girlfriend you get after you have somebody who's cheated on you like 8 times. Like, I just want someone who is like, who's not gonna like fuck stuff.
Yeah. Right. I think it'll drive me crazy.
Yeah. So
That's what I mean.
So I think for this mayor, it's like, let's just have someone who is proactive, who's smart,
Right.
and who's going to get stuff done.
Right.
And if you want to really tweak like the nitty gritty stuff of Cleveland Heights, that can be in 4 or 5 years. Right now, there are major problems in this city that should be priority 1.
Right.
Housing, streets,
Mm-hmm.
and severance.
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where my head's at. I know I've talked to my wife about it. You know, she grew up in Shaker. She grew up in Fernway.
Mhm.
I mean, Fernway, like when I went there for dinner on Sunday, there ain't no potholes there.
No.
And I was talking to my father-in-law. There was a neighbor who had his cat. He was in the hospital or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he hadn't cut his grass in like 6-7 weeks. So it was like up to like his knees.
Right.
And the street went like nuclear. They called the city next day, landscaping crew out, and not just mowing. They mowed it, they edged it, they weeded through it. Now, meanwhile, the lot behind me that was literally a rat-infested field, they came by and cut it, but it's like someone just took a giant machete and just went like that.
Yep.
So there's grass everywhere. Think it looks better,
Right.
but even then, it's just still like,
Yeah.
you couldn't have like just like gotten a leaf blower and blown off the sidewalk.
Right.
Well, it's just so,
Yeah. Amateur time.
yeah. So I don't know, a lot to unpack there, but I think as this mayoral race goes on, you know, we start to get more like intel specifics of what these candidates represent. I think, you know, we'll have more to talk about then.
Yeah.
So-
Agree. So it's good to, we'll keep touching base on this and see how it progresses. Hopefully we see some Laura Hong support.
Yeah, some signs.
Some signs up and just getting her name more out there as a political outsider and, someone who we're supporting here. So keep you guys posted.
Yep. A'marri. Thanks, bros. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you for listening to the Small Business Confidential. To support, please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Also add our podcast to your favorite streaming services. Everything is appreciated, and we'll be back soon with another episode and upload schedule. The person voicing the intro's name is Travis Riley. Thank you, Travis. And the music was done by our engineer, me, Amari.